transparent of exactly what we're doing with this webinar to grow our business. And I hope for the rest of the amount of folks who are on this call today that you're going to take something away from this. But there were so many good nuggets in there. I wrote down leading, the formula of emotion, value, offer. Like if you think about that in your emails, if you think about that on your web pages, if you think about that in the books you write, anything, like that's an incredible formula for a lot of things. Hitting them with emotion, adding value, and then asking. Like if you just use that formula, I mean, you could use that with your spouse, you know what I mean? Or with your kids. Like that is a formula for really influencing people. And of course, being authentic, but again, like to really lead with that. And he said, make me feel special. That's what people want. And you can't ever give someone enough of that. Collaborations. I mean, it's funny, like we started a whole community, our mastermind, around joint ventures and collaborations. But Clubhouse, LinkedIn, all of these are great ways to really grow on these platforms, is finding people who want to grow with you and do that together. And so how to collabs in rooms. Yeah. How to collab in room to grow. That's great. I'm guessing that was your takeaway, not a question. But when I started last week on Clubhouse, what I did first, I already had a following on LinkedIn. And so I made a couple of posts and said, hey, I'm going to start going live every day on Clubhouse. If you're interested, send me a DM and I'm going to put you in a group message here on LinkedIn so that every time I go live, you can be notified. And I had about 15 people reach out to me and say, I'm interested. And so what I did, I already had about 15 people that as soon as I went live on Clubhouse, saw that notification and could join my room. And so think about where you already know people or have people and go together. Start your Clubhouse room together. And that way you have 10 people already who's in the room with you. And trust me, 10 people looks a lot better than one person. And let's see if I can show this to you. Like when I say I just, the most important thing for anyone here still listening is to take action. Like the most successful people do not wait to get started. I know you don't have all the answers, but you have to get started. And I want to show you this because this was literally me 10 days ago. I didn't know how to Clubhouse. I was nervous. I was like, what if nobody shows up? I was like, well, I can't do a whole webinar on Clubhouse if I've never gone and done something on Clubhouse. So this is my room. This is me. This was like, I started this is 4:41. Literally, I'm the only one in my Clubhouse room. And so it's okay. And guess why that's okay? Is because no one's in there to see me by myself. No one was in there to like laugh at me that I have no one in my Clubhouse room. Why? Because I'm the only one. So actually, it's funny, I took a picture of this and I shared it on LinkedIn. I actually used this as content to say, hey, anyone else using Clubhouse, I could use some help or join my room, right? So anyways, so for the next 10 minutes, here's what I want to do. I want to show you, people were asking about, by the way, let's do this real quick. This is a live. I want to bring someone up. Who wants to talk? Who wants to ask a question? Raise your hand or type in the chat. I want to bring somebody up real quick. Let's see. Todd said he's game. Todd's the first one. So let's bring him up. Promote to panelist. Let's see if I can bring you up, Todd. There he is. You'll have to unmute. Make sure I can see you, bud.
So it tells me I can't start my video for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure that out. How are you, man?
I'm great. How about you? Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Ruthie
thanks.
sounds like she's a beautiful experience.
It's been unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Okay. So what's up, man? How was that for you?
How was what? Sorry.
That
Having
last
kids?
45 minutes. No, not great. Kids.
That was good. As there was a lot that I think Jeff was trying to get across to us. So I'm going to have to go back and fill up my notes. But I think the thing that I think is most perhaps reassuring is that, as you say, you can step out there, give it a shot. If no one shows up, it's no big deal. But tagging in on other people's conversations is probably the place that I would start. And
Yeah.
I've been out on Clubhouse a few times and done that. But in your experience, maybe you could give us some ideas about what's been helpful in terms of adding value to conversations that are ongoing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I think come up there and just asking questions. I think being in rooms where you can add some value, and asking really good questions, I think is really key. I mean, you think about being a moderator of a room, and kind of trying to keep the conversation alive. When you have a guest who can come in and ask good questions and keep conversations going, that's so key. And then, like I said, I always try and lead with, before I ask my question, like knowing something specific about the moderator, and giving them praise and making them look good in front of their audience. Like, for example, Jeff came on here, and what did he do? He talked about, like, hey, Ellis, I loved meeting Ellis. Ellis was great. Like, he praised the moderator. So what does that mean? I want to probably invite Jeff back on other things. Like, and so I think coming in at, making the host look good and asking good questions has been really key for me. And it's helped me maybe follow up with that moderator on other things. Cause likely those who are moderating, they already have big followings. I want to, I probably want to do some more things with that person, right? Like, I want to have them on a podcast show, or, maybe there's a way for us to joint venture on real estate deals. And so it's not just getting in their room and being seen. I'm there, yes, for the audience, but I'm mostly there for the people on stage, because those are the people who are influencing others. And those are the people I probably want to try and touch base with outside of Clubhouse, Todd.
So to clarify what you're saying, participating in a room is primarily, at least from your perspective, to connect with and create a relationship with the moderator, as opposed to getting traction with other audience members and building your following on Clubhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. For my business, for what I'm trying to do. Yes. And that could be different for a lot of other folks, but for me, for what's important and what I'm trying to prioritize and how I show up there, yes. When I go to other rooms. Yeah.
I guess that actually is an important point, is to think about why it is you're participating in these groups.
Yeah.
And
What's your end game, right? What's your end game there, for sure.
Podcast guests, you're looking for joint venture partners, then you're going to take a different perspective than if you're trying to grow your own Clubhouse room or something like that.
Yeah. Todd, I'm glad you joined, man. Thanks so much for being here, brother. I hope to keep seeing you each week. Sure. So Shamet asked, what motivates you to keep showing up when no one is in the room? Part of it is I'm hungry. I'm eager. I'm not where I want to be. I mean, I was a missionary 2 years ago. Like, I literally was raising every dollar we needed to put groceries on our table. So I have not made it by any means. That was only 2 years ago. We have accomplished a lot in that time span, but like, where we want to be, the lives we want to impact, the amount of wealth we want to be able to put out into the world and do cool stuff with. Like, there's just more I want to learn and do and figure out. And so failure is just part of the process. Like, I cannot fail fast enough. Like, my wife always says, Ellis, why don't you slow down? Like, why do you put out emails that have like misspelled words, or LinkedIn posts that, like, I'm always misspelling stuff. And she's like, just slow down. I'm like, and I get her point, but my point is, I rather move fast and fail fast and know what works and doesn't work. Because here's the thing, Clubhouse may legitimately not be a good platform for me. But if I think about it for 2 months, or if I just go try it, which one am I going to know better if it's a good platform for me? If I just go do it, right? And so the same thing with this webinar. We're going to commit to this. We have the next 12 weeks planned out. We'll probably do this I'm going to commit to this for the next 6 months. And we've committed. We don't have everything in place. I want to run ads to this, but we don't have that in place yet. There's a lot of things I want to do with this, but we weren't ready for yet. But I wanted just to get started. And so we had 35 people register for today's webinar. That was great. That's 35 new people into our ecosystem. I want to see this at 300, but we had to get started. And if I would have waited till everything was in place before getting started, there's a lot you're going to miss out on. And so that's why I think action is so key. All right. A lot of you stayed on, and I promised you I wanted to show you something. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to be completely transparent of exactly what we're doing with this webinar to grow our business. And I hope for the rest of the amount of folks who are on this call today that you're going to take something away from this. I see a lot of people who are part of our community still in this, which is awesome because this is going to really help you as well. So let me just go here. And this is our website. Oh, so this is our funnel. Okay. The Kingdom REI Live.com. And so for those of you who are asking, where do I go to build one of these? Clickfunnels.com. Okay. And type in the chat if you have questions as we go. But let me just show you this for the next 10 minutes of how I think if you do not have an email list, if you do not have a contact list, your business is in trouble. So this is ClickFunnels. And this is my ClickFunnels account. Okay. And so I have, a lot of different funnels that we're building. We use funnels for a lot of different things, but it's so easy to go in here and build funnels. I actually hire a team to build my funnels. It costs me anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to build a funnel like this. But they have templates in here. Like they make it really easy to build a basic funnel. Like if you have an ebook, you could very easily go use one of the templates on ClickFunnels and put your ebook up. Like it's like very easy. Okay. But I like to make mine look a little bit better. So I pay to have them optimized. So this is a funnel. You have an opt-in page, you have a thank you page, or maybe an upsell page, and you have a confirmation. And so there's two reasons why we've launched this webinar. And again, you're staying till the end, so we're just show you the formula for exactly what I'm doing. You could do the same thing. Part of doing this webinar series is a couple of reasons. One is because I get to connect with other great guests like Jeff. I have a podcast show called The Kingdom REI, and it's very niched. It's only for successful Christian CEOs and entrepreneurs or investors. So there's a lot of people I have to say no to that I really want to collaborate with and interview and bring them in and get their audience. And so this webinar series allows me to do that. I'm not sure where Jeff is in his faith, and it wasn't important. That wasn't necessarily important for him to come on this. And so, but there's a lot of people I'm going to be next week. We're talking about automating your capital raise. I'm having Ryan, who is the chief operating officer for Grant Cardone Capital, on this webinar next week. So the guy who's literally in charge of just raising over $500 million for Grant Cardone is speaking next week. So anybody want to be on that webinar next week? It's going to be amazing. We also have Hunter Thompson, Matt Faircloth, joining on there. We have a huge lineup next week about capital raising. Why? Because I want to meet these people. I want to collaborate. I want to be in their circles. I want to add value to them. So that's number one. Second reason is I want to build my list of people. We're doing more masterminds. We have events. We have workshops. So I want to build a huge list of investors who are interested in growing their business. So this webinar allows me to do that because everyone who came in here, what you did, and you saw this, in order to join this webinar, you had to enter your name and your email. So when I get your email, now I have your email for forever. And I can email you about other events that we're doing in the future. Okay, so that's kind of that's step one. Is the first page before you give them the link, before you give them your book, is your first page is one job. One job on the first page is the formula: emotion, value, call to action. And that first job or that first call to action is to get the lead, get the email. Okay, let me show you this in another one. This is my book page, mission of multifamily.com. So this is my book funnel that I have. Okay. This is where you can go and download the book that I wrote. And so this is a really long funnel, right? It has a bunch of copy, ton of emotion, ton of value. There's interviews on here, but there's only one thing you can do on this page, and it's to reserve your free copy of my book. And so no matter where you go on this page, the only link you can ever click is reserve my free copy. So I'm going to click that, and before you can get my book, you have to give me your email. And so again, this is how I'm building an investor base. And before they get my book, I'm going to get their email contact. And so the first step on any funnel is to grab someone's email. And it gets harder and harder because a lot of people don't want to give away their email. But that's why you have to come with something really valuable. You saw this webinar as valuable enough. To give me your email, right? And so did 30 other people. And so I created something of tremendous value for someone to want to exchange their email with me. Bethany asked, Ellis, can you please put some of your funnel examples on the KREI portal? Yeah, Bethany, we can talk about that for sure. So let me get out of here. Well, actually, Bethany, here's the cool thing about ClickFunnels is I can actually share with you. Let's see if I can do this. Publishing. I can share a whole funnel with you, Bethany. Like you just got to let me know what you want. It wouldn't be helpful to do that, but because you're part of our community, like what I can do is you can take the model. So this is funny. This webinar, I actually got this from somebody else, and I cloned their entire funnel, and I had my team change the colors. I rewrote the copy. And so literally this is someone else's funnel that they built, and I just made it look like ours, changed the graphics, changed the copy, and changed the colors. You could do the same thing, Bethany, on my book funnel and whatever, by the way. And then here's the other thing we're doing. If you came into, this is so key. So it was free to come to the webinar. But I also have an upsell or an opt-in. So if you said, yes, I want to go to the webinar, here's another thing that we're going to kind of roll out with our mastermind. So we have this mastermind. It's a bigger investment. It's a smaller community. It's really for more established investors who are really able to grow their business quickly by joint venturing. We do 3 in-person events per year. So it's not a cheap investment, and there's good reason for that. We really value who we bring into this community. So I'm trying to figure out what are some other ways, some smaller investments that people who may not be ready yet for a commitment like a mastermind, what are some other ways, like the resources we have inside our community, can serve them, and that we can grow our revenue this year. And so this is after you give me your email, the next step in the funnel. So as soon as you click the funnel and click submit, it takes you directly to this page, which is the next step in the funnel. And this is essentially a way to get some more information from people. So let me see if I can preview this. And what we're trying to get here is we're going to sell, I'd like to have a couple of these per month where I'll spend a full day with someone and actually go through their digital assets. I'll go through their marketing plan with them. And then we'll figure out essentially a plan over the next quarter to help them build the landing pages they need, grow their email list, help them on their content and social media. And we have all the teams and stuff on the back end to help them do that. And so if folks are interested in something like that, then they'll fill out this, which is, again, a little bit more. Not everyone would fill this out, and that's the point, because if you take the time to tell me what your annual revenue is, you take the time to tell me what you're spending in marketing, then you're more likely ready for this offer. And so, right, this will be, this is a couple grand to do for a day, but you'll leave with your whole marketing plan for the quarter or for the year. And so again, like this is kind of the okay, cool. You're interested in the webinar? Are you interested in maybe something a little bit more? So think about this in terms of, if you're a real estate investor, you're trying to grow your real estate business. I have a lot of people that are syndicators. Let's say you have a lead magnet, like a book or like an investor checklist, That's the first page, right? Meaning, hey, here's my here's the marketing checklist that you have, or for free. Give me your email, I'll give you my checklist. The next page in the funnel could be, hey, are you interested in joining our investor club as well? Answer these 5 questions, right? So they submit, are they accredited? You know, how much money they make, have they ever invested in real estate, what's their experience, whatever, like 5 or 6. You just want to see who's serious. Do they want to join your investor club? And then the next page could actually be scheduling a call with you. You could link Calendly to page 3 so that once they fill that out, then they schedule a call with you. So, you know, think about these multi-step funnels. Like, your website's not doing this, by the way. Most people's websites have so many options, so many things that people come there and they don't really know what to do. Where a funnel really gives them kind of, you're walking them through the process of how to, you know, of what you actually want them to do. So actually on this book funnel, let me show you this. So let's just say let me just do this, test@me.com. Let me just do this. By the way, this is how you hack people's funnels. You can put in fake emails, okay? Don't do that in my funnels, okay? But this is how you could do this to other people's funnels. So go grab my free book. Submitting book is on its free way. And then guess what I do on the back end? Hey, do you want to join? The reason I'm telling you this is what I do. Join my community of investors and get exclusive access to deals, live events, online trainings. And so the only thing they can do here is they can schedule a call with me about joining our investor community. So this is a multi-step funnel that leads with a book and hopefully ends with someone coming in and joining my investor club. And so this is, again, they came because they were interested in about a book about multifamily and how a pastor can achieve financial freedom through investing. And eventually, hopefully, if there's enough interest, they schedule a call. If not, then guess what? I have their email. I'm sending them, I have like an automated email template that if they don't schedule a call, then they'll just get occasional emails from me to get to know about me more, or maybe hear a podcast that I'm on. Again, maybe I haven't built enough trust with them yet to want to join my investor club. So I need to do other things like send them an email, or, you know, show them a podcast I was on, or whatever. If I have their email, I can also send them Facebook ads. You know, I can send them Facebook, YouTube, Google ads, because now I have their email and I can target them more directly. And so this is the power of funnels. And, you know, again, like, it comes down to learning how to build a list. The fastest way to build a list is to have one funnel, have a book, have a checklist, you know, have, you know, the top 10 cash flowing cities. You know, like, there's so many things that you could create or someone will want to exchange their email for, and they're so simple to build. Let me just show you this one more thing. Let me get out of here and just show you how simple this really is. Man, I hope this is good for somebody. We still got some people here, which is awesome. But let me just show you how simple this is. I'm going to go here. Can I get some feedback? Is anybody taking something from here? I just want to, again, it's all come down to action. If you're not going to go do something with this, then we're all wasting our time. I really want to help our community and people interested in this community, and just leaders in general, grow profitable businesses. Because we need a generation that is unashamed about creating massive amounts of wealth. Why? Because they're solving massive problems. And as we solve massive problems and we build wealth, think about the power, responsibility of stewardship we then can go into the world and act. You know, the only message I heard from my church when I was a pastor about money was, be careful of it. And I think that's right on. There's a lot of verses about money. You know, do not store for yourself treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy, but store for yourself treasures in heaven. That's so true. And I totally believe that. However, there's also verses where a man was given talents and was expected to multiply those talents. Okay? And so a lot of us are called as business owners and entrepreneurs, and it's your calling for the kingdom to grow and build your business. And a lot of you are only living into half of that calling because you're not stewarding all the resources that are out there for you. And so that's what I'm really passionate about helping people do. So I'm going to get back to funnels here, and so here's what you do. No, Josh, there's a lot more on here. So, but keep going, man. Great to see you. So you go in here, you go to start cookbook. And this is why it's so easy to get in here and do this. And you go here, you can go to, let's find something. So let's find a book funnel, a lead magnet funnel. So this is what we're talking about, having a lead magnet, right? So you select this funnel. And then here's what's so cool. They already have these built for you. So you could go in here and you could let's click this one. I think we can click this one. And this will literally download to your page to go in. Now you'll have to go and change the graphic and change the copy, but you already have this built. I mean, this looks pretty good. Like this, you could have this built by today easily. You could go on Upwork, spend $20 to have somebody redo this image for you. By the way, I did not create this. Let's see. I'm going to go back. Like I did not do any of this, right? Like someone created this for me. This graphic right here cost me $50. Okay, I did not create that. Looks very professional. Cost me $50 on Upwork. So this is your lead page. You're getting their email address, thank you page. This could be, hey, join our investor club. Let's go. So you see like how easy they make this. Why I love ClickFunnels. So anyways, if you're interested in more about this, I think you can, you might want my affiliate link. I can probably find it right now. You might be interested in that, of like how to actually get this. And let me see. Great. So this is the one funnel away challenge I was telling you about. See if I can get in my affiliate dashboard here. I would 100% do this. It's a 30-day challenge. It's so powerful. And it's going to cost you $100 if you go through my challenge. If you go through my affiliate link here, I'm not sure if you save money or not, but still be cool to have. So let me just give you this real quick. This is the 30-day summit. Here's my affiliate link. So if you want to sign up for that, best $100 you'll ever spend. And then this is actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, you hung up on the silly subdomain thing. You said we don't need a web page, but the ClickFunnels makes you set up a domain. Yeah, but that's $20, Bethany, a year. Create a new. I mean, I just bought this missionofmultifamily.com, and that's my domain for my book. However, though, I didn't need. So this is the kingdomrei.com/live. All I did was actually add this to my WordPress page. So this is not a new domain. I just added this to my WordPress site and added the subdomain or the forward thing /live and connected that straight to my WordPress. So you can create your own domain, or you can just add it to your regular domain and do it that way. So I can't find a domain that works. You got to be more creative. Is what you got to do. So this is the onefunnelaway.com challenge right here. This is the link for that. So helpful. Onefunnelaway.com/challenge. So Bethany, you know how to get in touch with me if you need some creative ideas. I'm happy to help you come up with something. All right. Boom. That's everything.